And I forgot my earbud. Ah, I'll be right back. I will be right back. I forgot my earbud. It's actually down in the car. I'll be back. Keep yourself entertained. I'll be right back. So I left my earbuds in the car. Just in case anybody showed up and said, like, where'd she go? I have like 2 sets. So I thought I would do some listing. And since I failed miserably at getting a Friday email out, I thought I would do some listing. And I'll sit here and list and wait for people to show up. And if they show up, fine. And if not, because I know it's a holiday weekend. But, oh, man. Time to get comfy and get her done. So I guess I'll move this over here. So maybe I can pay attention a little bit. How are your sales? Gosh, my sales have been so good this weekend. Considering the weather, it's really, just really yucky. It's overcast and rainy. I went out this morning and picked up something that I had bought off a marketplace. And I was going to go to a couple of state sales, and I just kind of said no. My weekend kind of got derailed. My grandson graduated from high school, so I was excited about that. I'm going to move this over here so I can pay attention. So that was yesterday, and I cried big bunches. I try to keep it under control because you know, he's been in my life since he was a baby. I babysat him for a while his mom worked, and then I moved and I cried my eyes out because I moved away from them and I thought my life was over. And then they followed us here, and now they're here, and now he's going to college in Arizona, breaking my heart again, leaving. So, you know, that's unfortunately that is life, you know, they move on. But sticking to reselling, can she do it? Probably not. You know what? Because my reselling involves so much of my life, and my life is just so important to reselling. So they're kind of like intertwined. So you're going to hear about me, and you're going to hear about my life, and you're going to hear about reselling, because that's just the way it is. That's what happens. And I think I'm going to start to do lives and, you know, just see if you guys have any questions for me. You know, my platform per se is the fact that I am doing this reselling on my own. I retired from my job, and I don't have someone helping me. I don't live in my mom's basement. You know, I don't have a corporate job that I hate. I had that. I did have a corporate job, but I did have a job that I hated. Actually, it's not true. I love my job. I hated the administration around the job. And they made working where I worked horrible. And so I just decided it was time to go. That was about 2 years ago. I made the decision that that's it. I'm going to hype up and really concentrate on my reselling. And I did it. I actually did it a year earlier than what I wanted to. So, but I'm doing it myself. And I think that's important, because I think there's a lot of people out there. I'm sorry, the table's going to move because I moved my hands. I think it's important because there are a lot of people out there that kind of fall in the cracks, who kind of feel like, I can't do this, you know, I don't have a wife, boyfriend, brother, cousin, mother, whoever who is working to supply my insurance, who is bringing in income so that we can eat, so that we can have gas. I don't have that. So how am I ever going to be able to make it reselling? You will. I promise you will. It just happens, and it doesn't happen overnight. So that's the thing. You really just got to jump in and do it. You just have to. There is no other way. Watch a ton of videos. Don't only watch mine, but watch so many. There are so many resellers out there, and watch their videos. And if you want a list of really good ones, contact me and I will let you know, and I will tell you the ones that I have leaned on, still lean on to help me. I watch quite a few videos actually, especially while I'm listing or doing something. I don't spend a lot of time watching TV. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I watch a lot of resellers with YouTube, because that is how I learn. And I hope that I don't think that I will ever be at a point where I have learned it all, because it's ever changing. And that is what is so important of staying connected with other resellers, is because it changes. There are things that change so fast. One really, really fast thing that changed, Gymshark. Let's talk Gymshark. Gymshark came in fast. Gymshark, whoop, and it just died out of nowhere. It just plummeted. How would I have known that had I not been connected to other resellers who were seeing the trend before me? And so many other, Ralph Lauren is another one. When I first got into reselling, a Ralph Lauren shirt, $30, $35 easy. If it was a great unique pattern and a great material, you know, and a bigger size, even more than that. Now, 19, 24, right around in there. But again, I didn't come up with these statistics on my own. Eventually I did, but there are people who are in other areas who maybe see things more than what I do, and they start seeing the trend. And, you know, then there's brands, Duluth Trading, I'm gonna try Peter Millar, Travis Matthew. I'm trying to think of a couple other ones that they're still out there, but it's select things. And I've learned select things from other resellers, and I will pass that information on to you as well. From what I glean, I'm going to give, and only because it was given to me. It's not a course. It's all for free. It is absolutely for free. And if you just want to watch me, watch my videos and watch what I do and listen to me yap about my grandkids, whatever, you know, then that's it. And I've learned that you're supposed to take 2 eyeballs, those little plastic ones, and put them up there so that I look at you and I'm not actually just looking at myself, and that has eyes looking back at me. I don't know whether I'll do that or not, but yeah. So I know it's Sunday morning, it's early, it's the holiday weekend, long weekend, everybody's probably still in bed, but I wanted to do a live. I wanted to start doing more lives. I want to start doing more regular videos. I've started this whole Friday recap thing, which sometimes ends up on Saturday. Today it even ends up on Sunday. So it's kind of like, here we are. And I don't know, it just works right now for me. And I just got done eating, so I had sourdough bread and pizza for breakfast. So, hey Linda, how are you? Oh, she's like, I'm in, I'm out. I'm just going to do a live. I'm going to do some listing, and I figured I would do a live inspired by K-Way. He said when he first got started, he did a live every night for a year. Cheers to him. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. I'm having a hard enough time with the videos. Every Friday / Saturday, kind of Sunday, it happens. But I was saying my grandson graduated yesterday, so that kind of had all my emotions and everything. And by the time I got up, you know, oh, ew, is it one of the really bad ones? A bad cold? I'm snuffy. I can feel it. I feel kind of snuffy, and and my tissue. I think though mine is from crying yesterday at my grandson's graduation. I was sitting by my ex-husband's wife now. We're best friends, like where she's just, I don't know, we just get along. And she was trying so hard to keep me together. And at one point she asked me if I had a tissue, and I said, yeah, and I got one out. I handed it down, like my daughter was sitting down by her dad, and she went, no, for you. And I was like, stop it. So what kind of cold is it? Like the yucky, gross cold, or it's just weather? What's your weather like? Ours is like, bleh. Today is just overcast. Overcast and yucky. That's what we are. And my sales have been fantastic. I know I've been using Flip as a cross lister, and it's just really helped. I'm kind of thinking any cross lister would help, but this one is not fully automated like Nifty. This one you have to fill in 4 spots, but it's also only $9.99 a month. So after 3 months of trial, I'm still actually on my trial on this, but more often than not, I'm going to sell something and I go to get it, and it's like the last thing in the bottom of the bin. So I've really sold a ton of things that I've had for 300, 400 days in a bin. So I think that's really good. I just sold something else. It's so exciting. Today, the last 2 days have been amazing. I'm actually going to reach a goal. Actually, 2 goals will be reached, and I'm excited about that. And then it's time to set another goal. So, and it's like you reset. It's like you go for the goal, go for the goal, go for the goal, and then it's like, oh, I got it, yes. Oh, now I have to have another goal, and you go all the way back down here and you start up again. So that's no fun. So I'm gonna have to come up with another goal. I'm gonna try to think of what that will be. But I always set goals for myself. So, that's about it. Hey, Carolyn, I seen you. I see you coming in. I'm just kind of doing a live while I relist, and kind of like an ask me anything, or let's talk about sales. My sales have been super good this weekend. I just said I reached 2 goals this weekend. So now I have to reset and do another set of goals. And it's great that you reach your goals, but then you have to start over again. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to, I got to come up with some more goals, some more things to attain. My big goal was retiring. And then I got it, and I'm like, now I have to really work. I have to get this done. I have to do things. So that's where I'm at. And I'm doing some listings, and something weird happened last night. I had feedback, and then feedback went away, and I don't know what happened with that. Like, I didn't get a negative or anything, but somehow I lost the feedback, and I don't know why. Ooh, good for you. I went to pick up something from Facebook Marketplace this morning, and I was going to hit up a couple estate sales on Sunday, but they were like 20 minutes away, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I came home. My weekend kind of got trampled on because of my grandson's graduation. I mean, I could have motivated and got up super early and went out and hit a couple garage sales, but right now around me, I mean, there's like nothing. I have to go like 20, 30 minutes away to hit up any garage sales. My son, he found 2, is it Herman Miller? I think that's the name. You gotta look these up. I didn't even know anything about them. I don't know what happened, but I lost everybody. Hopefully Carolyn will come back. I don't know. For some reason it said my broadcast failed. It could have to do with the horrible weather, maybe. But I was talking about my son picking up 2 Herman Miller chairs for $10 each. And I think him and his wife are probably going to keep them. And that's fine. And I did say I wanted one before I knew what a Herman Miller chair was. And then I looked it up and I was like, are you kidding me? Do not just give me that chair. You resell that. You make that money. What would the profit, what would it be if so you buy something for $10 and say you resell it for $500? That return on investment, that ROI, I don't even know how to figure that out, but that would be probably amazing. If I happen to lose the broadcast again, I'm probably just going to be done for the day. But I was looking up, so I had feedback. Like I had like 3,855. Woke up this morning, it was 54, and I was like, oh no. And I thought I got a negative, but I didn't. So I was trying to find out like what happened to that feedback. So I looked at them, and the last few are there. So I'm wondering like if somebody gets removed off of Facebook, does their, or not Facebook, eBay, if somebody gets removed off of eBay, does their feedback leave too? I don't know. So it has nothing to do with negative, so I tried to look it up, but it's all about negative feedback, and that's not, I didn't have any negatives, so that's, I don't know what it would be. Hey, Linda. I got booted. I don't know what happened, so I had to start my live again. So now I was looking up feedback because I lost a feedback on eBay, but I didn't get a negative or anything. And all the last few ones are there. So I wondered if somebody like leaves eBay or something, if you kind of lose their feedback. I don't know. Curious minds want to know. So instead of listening to people today, I'm going to talk to people. Yeah, I got booted or something. I don't know what happened. So tell me about your cold. Is it like the yucky cold, or is it just like congestion? It's so crazy, like all this stuff going around right now. Just crazy. I had to go back and look at my immunization records because of the newest grandbaby. We've had several measles outbreaks, and people who are older, you may not have the but the I think it's the liquid measles vaccination, and if you didn't have that one, then you're not, I guess, really vaccinated. So yeah, it did. I don't know what happened. It just said, your broadcast has ended. And I was like, why? Why did it end? So I don't know if something happened or glitched because I have a lot of battery left and everything. But anyway, I had to look back at my measles thing. And yes, I had the correct measles vaccination. So I do not have to worry because I just didn't feel like, oh, I just sold something else. Yay. I didn't want to look back and, have to have some kind of a measles booster or something just so I could hang around my grandchildren. But yeah, measles has hit Missouri. I think there's 3 cases here now. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. So, everything that's going on. And Linda has a flu or cold or something. Oh, just a stupid cold. Oh, I hate the runny nose. I hate it. Especially if you don't have a tissue or something, and then it's like, oh my God, and then you're always constantly, like rubbing your nose. And yeah, I've been doing pretty good, knock on wood, to hope that, I don't want to get sick. Because I get sick, I abstain from seeing the grandkids because I don't want to get them, because their house, anything they get, it just kind of runs through all of them. My son is the only one who doesn't always get it, because he leaves and goes to work. But yeah, it usually starts at the baby and it works its way up to my daughter-in-law. Poor thing. And 3 toddlers. Well, she's got a brand new baby and 2 toddlers. Nope. So, what was I talking about? Feedback. I lost the feedback. I don't know why. It'll probably drive me crazy. My sales have been super good. I'm using Flip, and I like it. It's right now 3 months trial, 100 days. And I love that because you can play around with it, and their what do I want to say? Their customer service is amazing. They get back to you like so fast. I've only had one problem, and I'm almost done with my free trial. It is not totally automatic like Nifty, but I really, really like it. I have to, when I share from eBay to Poshmark, I only have to enter 4 fields. And honestly, it's easier than doing it myself. So for right now, this is where I'm at. I like it. And it works for me. And it's $9.99 a month compared to what is the other one, you know. There's a few others out there too. I think my daughter uses Vendu and she likes that. So, the Herman Miller chairs. I don't know what he got. Can I show you? Hold on. Let me bring up his text. He's showing me gas grills too. Okay. Can I just bring this over here? Hold on. We're just going to do this crazy thing. Can I show you that one? That's the one he got. We got 2 of those for $10 each. So, and it just looks, you know, it just looks typical. It looks like a normal one, like, but I guess they're like very, very good chairs. The arms look bigger, like wider, and the mesh will allow for ventilation as well, but it's got that little back support. So yeah, it looks like it's got a couple scratches on the bottom. Who cares? I mean, the thing's going to get, you know, so ruined with us using it. So I don't know. I'll tell you what, if I wanted to spend the money for Nifty, no doubt, it's absolutely, what do I want to say? It is the Rolls Royce of cross listers. There's no doubt about it. It is absolutely, it's automatic. It does everything for you. It does it for you while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while you're everywhere. I get it. Right now where I'm at, I cannot justify that money. I just can't. And even though, yeah, it's a write-off and blah, 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 I just can't right now. I don't mean forever, but for right now. And so that's when I kind of stumbled across Flip, and I tried it, and I said, you know what? There's a lot of people out there who can't afford whatever. It's like $69 or $99 a month or something like that, you know, who can't afford, who don't want to afford. So I found an alternative, and it works. I don't use, I use the sharing, the follows. It keeps track of all my orders. It keeps track of all of my offers. It also delists when something sells, but it is not automatic. I have to do it. So I have to like click on the button. I wish I could, how can I show you guys? How can I show you? Oh, you left anyway. But really, there was a Herman Miller chair on, there was a Herman Miller chair on our local Facebook for $40, but the thing looked like it had just been through the war. And if there was a way maybe to get a different chair or something, I would do that. But yeah, but back on Flip, like I have orders. And so I click the order button and I refresh it. My orders come up. I just have to click a button to mark that they're sold, and then it's delisted. So Caroline, if you catch up to me, because I think you either got where you're going, girl, go to the flea markets. But wow, okay, that is a big sale for me, only because it's an Adriano Goldschmidt, the very skinny, the stilt, and it sold for $39. That surprises me. But it's a cool blue color. I don't think the skinny legs are that popular anymore. My daughter loves them. I like flare and boot cut. Those are the ones I love the most. And so yeah, yay, I'll take that sale. But anyway, so I've got the sale, mark is sold, put in the amount, I click mark this sold, and that's it, and it's delisted. So, and then I just sold a Tommy Bahama large floral tropical silk men's, I put blouse. Okay, well, you know, and that sold for 22, and that's it, and they're delisted. So I have to do a little bit of work with Flip, but I don't have to do so much work that it makes it such a hardship. But I know that Nifty's out there, and I know that, you know, to me, I think I'll be there one day. But for right now, if you need something that's an alternative, go to Flip. It has been, the customer service has been great. It absolutely gives me more time to do other things because it's so much faster in and sharing. Sharing the listings has been like I said, it has things that I've had for 200, 300 days are gone. They're gone. It just shuffles it all up and brings it in, you know. So for me, it works right now. And I think that there are people out there who need something and can't afford a Nifty program right now. You know, it would be nice if Nifty came up with a step down program, I think, or a step up. You know, where you start with something where you do a little bit of work and then you eventually grow into, you know, the magnificent Rolls Royce of relisting and, you know, cross listing. Might be an idea. But other than that, I probably should get into, I came on here to list. I haven't listed a thing yet, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. So yeah, I didn't want to talk about Flip all the time. I see those guys talking about Nifty all the time, and I'm like, ah. So I don't want to do that, and I don't want to be that person. You know, I do have a link, and I'll put it in here. And yes, I make a little bit of money, but and you don't have to buy the program for me to make a little bit of money. You just have to try it out. So that is really beneficial. And they just had a special where if you shared your screen and showed people what you liked about it, I got a $25 gift card to Amazon. So no secrets here. I do some affiliate marketing. I have a T-blog, and I do affiliate marketing over there. I don't do so much over here. I have a link tree, and I have lists of things that I use, but I don't really know how many people really go to that. And that's cool. But yeah. I love what I do. I like talking about it. Actually, today I came home from picking up an item, and my neighbor was out, and his brother and sister were visiting, and I pulled in, and they kind of like moved like they were going to come over, and I was like, oh, you know, like, cool, what's going on? And they came over and they said, hey, do you mind if we see your setup? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, you know. And so they met just the small part they see in the garage. And I was like, do you want to see it all? And they were like, well, yeah. So I opened the door, and it's so funny because the whole lower part of my house is all reselling. And they walked in, and my neighbor Roger was like, oh, and it just keeps going, you know. You come at the main room, and then you go into the other room, and then you go into the processing room. And he just kind of laughed because our townhouses butt up into each other. And so his bedroom's downstairs, and it's kind of funny because where my processing room is, I wondered if he always hears me, and he said he doesn't. I think he's lying. But we have really good, like, I never hear him over there, ever. And it's kind of funny. But they were both very impressed with my very messy warehouse. But it's like, I just love sharing it with people, and I love talking about it, and I will talk about it for a long time. It's just important, and maybe we'll do that one night. Maybe I'll just sit down there and we'll talk about how to start and how to set it up. You know, how to do it by yourself. How to sit on the floor and cry because you can't get a shelf together and you don't have anybody to help you. How to buy a rubber mallet. Okay, let's be real. I bought my first shelf and I tried to put it together without a rubber mallet. Very difficult. because I'm not extremely heavy. And I'm like hanging on the bars trying to get them, you know, how they go into the little like thing, and it's just not working. And my daughter said, why don't you buy a rubber mallet? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like $3.94 at Menards. I went and bought a rubber mallet. My life changed forever. But there are times when you're banging your aggressions out on that shelf because it just won't go right or won't sit right. And here's a clue. Never, 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 ever buy those racks that have the cross in the back, the wire cross thing. Don't buy those. I don't care if they're $5 each. Don't do it. They are the most flimsy, horrendous. I can't stand them shelving ever. And I see them all the time at estate sales, and I'm like, Noah. The best ones that I have found so far, believe it or not, I found on Walmart online, and they're red, doesn't matter, but they have the wire. Now, my son doesn't like the wire, he likes the wood, but I kind of like the wire better. And I bought 4 of those last year. I'm kind of contemplating buying one more, but I'm like, gosh, one more shelf. And sometimes I think about, because I don't want to stay here forever, I want to buy a small ranch and have a little bit more property. But for right now, I'm here, and I'm like, all I think about is moving and taking all these shelves down and moving them wherever I go. That just will make me cry, I think. But I figure I'll be here for a couple more years at least. My son is looking at property, and I'm thinking about, you know, buying land from him or just living on his land and building a 2-story. And the same principle, I'd live on the top and my business would be on the bottom. I think that would be pretty cool. I have a friend who did that a long time ago. He works with wood, and he made his, he made like a, I guess concrete, and a 2-story, and on the bottom is his woodworking and lathe and all that stuff. And he lives on the top part, and his kids are like, you know, a couple miles down the road and just really close. I kind of like that idea, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the future holds. You know, right now our world is kind of like, you know, we don't know what's going on. I was telling a friend this morning that my Alexa gives me news updates, and it'll give me a news update, and it always says, do you want to know more? And I'm like, no, absolutely no, I don't want to know more. But the one thing that's going really well for me is reselling. And this week, this weekend has been my best weekend. And I said it in the other live, I'll say it now. I have met 2 goals. I haven't met them yet. Well, I have. I met one, but I haven't met the other one. And I'm waiting to do my final stats at the end of the month. But I know I did. I did it. I met 2 goals. And you're so excited because I set goals. I set goals in my personal life, and I set goals in my business. And I'm like, reaching the goal, all setback, reaching the goal, setback, reaching the goal, you made it, you reached the goal. And it's like, yes. And then it's like, oh, I need a new goal. So I will think about that tonight and what my new one will be. Oh, wait, talking to me about a shelving unit. Yeah. Oh my God, they're so heavy. That's so funny. Hold on, I gotta hit your see more. I bring mine in like in my car into the garage, and then I open the box in the car, and then I take it out a piece at a time. And I just, you know, it is what it is. It's all I can do. I laugh, and I guess I'm thankful because I can do that. You know, that I'm able to be able to at least bring one in at a time. Those boxes, they're just so incredibly heavy. Now, the ones I bought from Walmart, the first one came and it was dented, and I was so mad. Then I sent it back, which was absolutely easy. You just tape it up, and FedEx, I think, is who delivers. They came and get it the next day. Then I ordered 2 more. And then I ordered 2 more, And they're a little bit longer than what I need, but they're so stable. But I'm telling you, them ones with the X on the back, run. Don't get those. My daughter and I put one up in her basement, and that thing, it was just like wobble, 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 wobble. I mean, we kept moving it, trying to get it level on. It was horrendous. And I said at that point, never. I don't care. I don't care how cheap it is. I'm not buying one of those. My tea in the morning. Yep. I mean, that's just, how'd you get it on your, oh, you had it delivered. That's what was on your porch. I went and got, Menards always has some good deals, but like anything, I mean, hold on, let's just look. Since I'm here, Menards always had some good deals, but then their pricing went up. Muscle Rack, that is one of my favorite brands for shelving. But Walmart has really had some good deals. I'm gonna see how much those shelves are now. I don't want it. What is this? Oh, I don't like things. I figured when I get old and I can't get out of my chair, I'll have Walmart deliver to me then. But for right now, or my daughter-in-law, you know, who has 3 kids and she doesn't want to haul them out every day to get something. Let's see, Walmart, what you got for us? Uh-oh, I don't see, there it is, Muscle Rack. Is that what I said? Did I say Muscle Brand? Here they are. That's a smaller one. Okay, the one that I bought, oh my gosh, it's $109 right now. What? So it's 60 by 24 by 72. 5 tiers, and it has the metal on the inside. Oh, why did I look? But it says 109 to 218. Let's see what the options are. Oh, you get a 2-pack for $218. I think I did that deal. Oh man. So I think the 60 wide is 24, and the 24 deep is actually a little bit deeper than I need. I think I go 72 by 18 by 48. So these are like a little bit bigger than what I need, but I use that side area to put like things like, I have a box that I put all like the perfumes and soaps and things in, and I kind of keep them in there. I don't want to keep those out in the garage because of the being too hot or being too cold. So I bring them into the house where they're in a more stable. Oh man. Do I need this? Wait, I have to look. I think 109 is great for these shelves. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll forget about it. And I like that they're red. And it's not as heavy, but they're still really heavy. And I don't know why my son doesn't like the metal. It has held up very well. And honestly, I think this is more sturdy than the ones with the wood. And I bought yoga mats, and I put yoga mats on the floor so that it won't hurt the floor, you know, like scratch it or anything, because they have wood floors down there. So I have them sitting on yoga mats that hopefully will help, you know. Because my thought process is to eventually get out of here. That's the goal, I hope. How long did it take you to put one together? Your first one, how long did it take? And did you have a rubber mallet? That is, this is such a good deal. I'm gonna save it, darn it. And it's free shipping. I bought 4 times, November of 2024, so it hasn't been that long. If I order within 5 hours and 20 minutes, it'll be here on the 27th. I don't really need it that fast. Oh, I'm gonna stop. It's bad. Just get off of there. And I think Carolyn made it to she's out flea marketing today. Good for her. You know, I probably need to give our flea market another chance. When we first moved here, my daughter and I went, and we were appalled at how, like, it was just gross. It was, and maybe we went on a day like this, you know, where it was damp and rainy and cloudy, and it was just gross. It was, ugh, no. And I didn't see anything that I wanted. And inside the one room that they have was just like all books. I don't do books, but all books and records and things. And outside was a lot of, I just remember like dirty car parts and dirty tools. And I was just like, yeah, no, not me, not doing me. But I bet a lot of those people dumpster dive. We did dumpster diving once where I live. They're all covered and secured, so you can't get into them. But where I used to work, they're all open. And so we went one night, and we didn't find a lot. We found Home Depot threw away a ton of brand new wreaths, and we picked up all the wreaths. I only sold a few. They were like these straw ones, and they eventually, when they get old, they dry and they fall apart, and they made a mess in my car. I wasn't happy about that. But yeah, we did the dumpster diving thing. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I think maybe honestly, if in my area, if the dumpsters were open, yes, because there's some really nice stores here. But yeah, it wasn't that good. It did not make an impression on me. I do want to go back to the bins. I think I'm going to probably add that to my list one of these weeks to go do the bins. And I got the urge to go to Carmel, Indiana, because I've heard there's some really good thrift stores and a Handel's ice cream. That's from Warren, Ohio. Born and raised Warren, Ohio. Started Handel's ice cream, and I want to try. I haven't had. They make grape ice cream. It's really good, and they have one now in Fisher, Arkansas, and Carmel, Indiana. And we looked last night, and they're both like 4 hours away in different directions. But I know Carmel is a very nice area and has good thrifting, so I might take an overnight trip there, maybe. You know how it is. So, but other than that, I'm just going to sit here and list. I don't know, like Linda, it doesn't show that you're on here, but you're on here. It's kind of weird. I laugh because I'm like, oh, she's here, but then it shows you're not here. Like up in the little, you know, like hi, but now somebody's here. So it must be you again. It's like, I'm in, I'm out, I'm up, I'm down. I'm happy all the time. I try to be happy all the time. I don't know. Oh, I did it. I'm actually just manually delisting. I think I did that correct. Yep. So I don't know. I don't mind flip that much. Yeah, it's weird. Like right now it shows nobody here. But then every once in a while it'll show like you. Because I figure if I start doing these lives, it's only going to be my best buddies here first, you and Caroline. I think maybe, you know, somebody will pop in and out, but it's okay. You got to start somewhere, right? Goals. It took me, I'd have to say I probably set that one goal in January. Yeah, let's just say January. So what, 5 months to set that one goal? That's pretty good. So I like goals. Do you have goals? Linda, what are your goals? What are they? Just did something I didn't want to do. this is Facebook. This is Facebook right now. I think I'm going to do lives on Facebook. I don't know. Oh gosh. I still have one bin left for the summer stuff. But I think it's awesome you have a death pile, because that means you're out there getting stuff. Like I said, the garage sales around here have been so poopy. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if you have that garage sale finder. It's an app. I think it's like $4.99 a year. And it helps me find garage sales. But in my area, then I go and look at my son's. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Am I somewhere else? I don't know. Yeah, so I'm on Facebook. And I guess I'll do my lives on Facebook. And then I'll maybe move them over to YouTube. So, oh man. But you also have a life, right? And the life gets in the way. Stacks and stacks. That was me at the beginning of the season. So, yeah, if I look, okay, so I live here, and my son lives here. He lives a little bit closer to the city. He lives in Baldwin, I can say that. And I look at mine, and it's like, bloop, bloop, bloop. You know, and this one is a guy, a fisherman, and this is an estate sale, and, you know, I might go see this one. Then I look down here by him, and he's like, bloop, 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 bloop. Got garage sales everywhere. And I'm like, gosh. So last week, that's when I hit up that estate sale on the last day. Oh, well, I is on Facebook. That's where I'm trying. I guess that's where I'll be. I don't know. Maybe I'll try different things, you know, and see what works best, you know, and see, you know. I know I'm kind of taking from what K-Way said, is how when he started too, is he started doing a Facebook live every night. And he says that Facebook right now is where it's at. So here I am, you know, just trying and build up a platform. But yeah, so the garage sales. So I went to a couple garage sales, and they were not that good. And I knew there were a couple estate sales in the neighborhood. And so I went, and that is where I went on Saturday. That's where the one lady I went, and then I kind of said, well, I'm going to buy a few things, but I'm going to come back on Sunday for half price. The pillows I wanted were gone, but they were $20 each, and I just didn't want to justify that. So they were gone, but the clothing, oh my gosh, it was crazy. Eileen Fisher, Brooks Brothers, Vineyard Vines, Lululemon, and the stuff was like $3. I spent $147 there, so that's what I had to do. You know what? I got kicked off for a minute. It was like your broadcast has ended, and I don't know why. And then I hurried up and got back on. I was like, no, no. So that might have been at that point. But like even now, it doesn't show anybody in here. But that's okay. But you're here. That's what matters. You guys are like going to be my foundation. You and Carolyn are going to be like the foundation of Soho Posh. And you guys don't do videos. You guys should do videos. Then I can come and watch your videos. I'm just, you know, after I retired, I thought I'd be like, oh, so bored. I have so much to do. You know, I get so mad when I go to some of these sales. I am not a fan of citywides. They make me too anxious. But you go to some, first of all, a card table in your driveway is not a garage. My son will disagree because he said there could be something good on there, and there could be. But yes. Aw, yes. I like that. We're writing that down. Where are we going to write that down? Right on this one. I have like several. Listen, This is my do it now pad. This is my what has sold and you need to pull pad. And then this is my garage sale and address pad. And my T-blogs, I'm keeping an eye on that. But I like that. The first bricks of my business. Yay. I am writing that down. And I'm writing your names down. Boom. Bricks. That's awesome. But what else? Oh, and so I don't know. It's just, I don't know what's, now here they have a citywide that is a joke. The city doesn't help at all. They give you a map that is it's like the photographed, mimeographed copy of a copy of a copy of a copy map. Like you can't tell, if you're not familiar with where I live, then you're not going to be able to find these garage sales. And then they don't like you putting up signs. And it's like a joke, so nobody does it. So I think last year there might have been 7 or 8. Oh yes, my pet peeves of garage sales. A card table in the driveway is not a garage sale. The other pet peeve is, and this happened, and I went to one, I came around the corner to their sale, and I was like, one of you guys. You know, the one who does the buyouts, that buys the, 30 packs of Depends and the 500 toothbrushes and everything. But they had a, what is the kids? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, she had a wooden toy that my granddaughter loves, and it was the accessory pack to it. And it was $5, so I picked that up. So there was something there. You know what I started doing with my inventory? Because that's overwhelming too. This business has a lot of overwhelming things. It really does. I did, in January, I did 17 bins. And it's good to do this, especially when you start getting into a lot of inventory, because we're humans and we make mistakes. I went through 15 bins to verify that what I had online, and if there was anything that I didn't have online, because it's just sitting there, it's not going to make any money. And then I pulled old stuff that I either wanted to reprice, to bundle, or to get rid of, to, donate. I did the 17 bins, and I was overwhelmed, and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to do 17 more in January, where the slowdown happens and you think your business is dying and you're never going to make money again. That slowdown after the holidays. I'm just going to do 17 more bins then. And every year, that's what I'm going to do. And it's just going to be like a rotation around. I have a lot of bins. See, those people, I wonder if they ever actually sell those. At garage sales. I know the thrift store that I volunteer at, they price things up ridiculous. And I don't purge the items. I just price the items. I do accessories, purses, scarves, socks, things like that. And I don't see what doesn't sell. I don't see what they purge, and unless I happen to be there that day. And so I don't know how things are really selling. I saw that they had marked up a couple dresses, like a no boundaries dress for $25. And I'm like, it's used. No boundaries, $25? But they do say things sell. So I don't know. Their shoes that get high, the purses are ridiculous. For me, and I've heard a lot of you guys say Michael Kors still sells. But for me, I will sit on a Michael Kors bag forever and ever and ever and ever, and it just won't sell. And they price their Michael Kors bags up like with Coach and all the other ones, and they sell. So maybe I just didn't have the right bag. I don't know. But they sell Coach bags out. People donate Coach bags. I just don't the other week I went in, you saw those pictures, and they had, what do you think, what was it, like 10, 12 Coach bags? Well, there was maybe 10 Coach bags, a couple Michael Kors, a Kate Spade, and a Dooney, a legit Dooney. And I was like, who donates these? I just don't get it. And the other thing I don't get is their clothes do not match their purse donations. I just don't understand. It's like the people in my area must like high-end purses and Walmart and Target clothing, because it just doesn't balance out. It's kind of weird. They see, when I look at estate sales, I will go to shoes and purses first and look at those. And if I see high-end shoes and purses, I'll go for the clothing as well, because generally it works, you know. If they're buying Coach bags and Dooney and Burks and things like that, their clothing matches, but not here, not in what's donated. And I kind of just shake my head at it all the time. I don't understand. So maybe they're doing something else with their clothing. I know we have a couple resale places, and maybe people are donating their stuff there, or I don't know. That could be it. But, and not even a lot of golf stuff. And this is a golf community. There are 2 golf courses here, and I don't see a lot of golf stuff either. I see a lot of that PGA Tour stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I'm learning. I'm learning so much about, like, they told me that ever since I've come on, that their accessories have become one of the top 3 sellers. And I was like, that's because of me. But I love it. I really enjoy, and I'm learning. And sometimes I bring home a damaged bag, a leather bag, and I try to fix it. You know, and I fail miserably, but I'm learning along the way. Like, I have a Margot bag. I took it downstairs already, and it has a stain on it. And so I tried a stain remover. I tried a little bit of alcohol. You're not supposed to do that. But, you know, it comes to the point where it's a trash bag anyway. Why not experiment? Bought saddle soap, leather conditioner. No. And I think I'm going to try to sell the bag as is. Why not? It's a Margot bag. They're really nice. And I'll try to sell it as is, and, you know, make a few bucks off of it. I had to pay for the purse. I didn't get it for free, just so people know that. We have to pay for the items that they won't put on the floor, but we can do that at a discounted price. So that's cool. I'm okay with that. My comfortable chair. Herman Miller chair. Come on. Bring it to me. I felt bad when I asked my son, and I didn't know about the chairs. And I found out they were like $1,500 chairs. No, thank you. I don't want him giving me that. He can make money for that. Do you like Birkenstocks? I don't know. I don't know if I like them or not. They get dirty looking really fast. I have a pair coming back, actually, because the lady was upset. She said that, well, I didn't say it, but the tag on the inside said leather uppers. And she was mad that the insoles she felt was not leather. They were some scratchy material that made her feet feel weird. I'm thinking they're suede on the inside, but I'm not real sure. Have you listed one thing, Lisa? Have you at all? No, you haven't. But I will get rid of this. Let's do this. Okay, that's done. And my share is going. It lists 6,000 items, continuous 10 times. Like, it stops every 30 minutes and then it starts up again. And it just runs. The only thing I don't like is I have to leave my computer on for it to work. So, I don't know. That is a, now that I'm thinking about it, would be a good idea for Nifty to have a I don't want to say a dumber program, a one where people have to do a little bit more work for less money and actually get them into the Nifty, and then they can advance up into the Rolls Royce of Nifty, you know, when they get there. But yeah, I'm definitely not competing with Nifty. I'm not at all. I don't think Nifty can be touched. I think that they are the elite, the Rolls Royce, they are it, like cloud heaven. But for me right now, I can't justify the money. I don't want to justify the money right now. And Flip is doing the same thing for me right now. I mean, I have made so many more sales because of it. So we'll see. We'll keep moving forward and see what happens. But everybody is, you know, on the Nifty train right now. But I've never been one to kind of go along with everything as is. I am the rebel. I am the rebel. All right, I'm gonna actually list something. Watch me list something. We'll see. But I won't stay on here all day. Like, if I don't have people, you know, besides my first bricks, I gotta give you names. Can't be bricks. Like Caroline and Linda Bricks. They're gonna think that's your guys' last name. So cool. This is what I'm actually listing now, are things from that estate sale. Sometimes you just find the best things. And then sometimes you don't take pictures good enough. And, oh yeah, these are the culottes, which I had to look up how to spell culottes because I did not know. And I haven't seen culottes in forever, but like, basically like what? Calf length, wide leg. Culottes. And when am I ever going to find an estate sale with clothing for me? I'll be going back to my the Jewish Women's Association all of June. They are having great specials all of June, and I know they're trying to clear out merchandise because they do this one grand event in the fall. And I haven't been to it, but I've talked to some people who are like, you have to go, it's just amazing. And there's great deals, so we'll see. I don't know. I think I'm talking too much because my throat's getting dry. Better get used to talking, right? That's the way it goes. I don't know if I can do this. Do things at the same time. Culottes. Hold on, I wrote it down. And plus I'm meeting my daughter for ice cream for her birthday at 1 o'clock. If you guys ever get to a Clementine's ice cream, oh, so good. So good. Culotte, C-U-L-O-T-T-E. In case you ever get a pair of culottes. What else are they called? Another name for culottes. No. Gaucho pants. There you go. That works too. Wonder if culottes is dated. Is that like old? Plazo pants, gauchos, culottes. Murky world of pant names. I kind of like palazzos, gauchos, culottes. Wow. Wide calf length women's pants. We will do that. But we have to spell correctly. Gauchos, plaza pants. Palazzo. Do you ever spell things wrong and then look at it and go, oh, especially if it's sold, you're like, how'd they even find that? So wait, I'm going to change it then. Let's do palazzo pants. Palazzo. I have like something written down. I don't know what it is. I do this all the time because I write down things first. I do this out into the garage. I process. This is the way I process. And for bins. And then I go from here onto the platform. And this helps me immensely. If I don't put something in here right, I can look back here and find it. So it always helps. If I forget measurements and I don't put them in, they're here. I don't have to go back and measure something. It's helped me more than hindered me. It is a step I wish I didn't have to take, but I do. But it's so much easier. And I have probably 5 of these books filled with just everything. And when my bins become empty, I start again. Like, let's see. I think I have, do I have? Nope. So like my bin 22 got low in stuff in it. So I just put my bin and then I just put price where I got it, the item, and then I just go right here. And that's how I do it. That's how I've done it since day one. And some people are like, oh, it's just an extra step. But these books have helped me countless times. Finding merchandise when I forgot to put a bin number in it. Finding sizes when I forget to put it in it. It's usually my human error of something that I forgot to do. So it has helped. The other thing helping too is the cross-listing, because sometimes when I was cross-listing by hand, I would not always transfer everything. And by using a cross-lister, it helps me it just transfers everything over. And so I don't miss anything. I don't miss measurements. I don't miss bin numbers. I don't miss pricing. It's all perfect and done there. So that is that. So now we learned a new name for culottes, palazzo or gaucho pants. So we're going to use palazzo or gaucho pants. And then I have something written down there. I think it is, oh, and then sometimes I write things down and I don't know. That is what it was. The material of it. Hey Jane, how are you today? Thank you for watching. Thank you for dropping in. If you stayed, I'm glad. If not, come back. Come back. So on today's episode, we learned that Walmart is having a great deal on shelving, and another word for culottes. And that I'm having pretty good sales, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to complain. Oh, wait. Hello. So far, I've not had a problem. Because eBay only allows you to sell new and package, so I try to say that they're new, and that's one of the reasons why I started on Macari. Was if I get like a bottle that's maybe I think it's opened, or but it still has a lot of it in it, I can sell that on Macari, but I can't sell that on eBay, and I don't even try on Poshmark. I don't usually put those things on Poshmark right now. But I haven't had a problem at all. Who is it? Tuition Ain't Cheap. She sells a lot of stuff like that. So far so good. I hope, I hope. It's just, there's always a way around things, I think. What did I find? I can't think of the name. Hold on, I might have it here. Oh, I don't see it. I picked up another one of those perfumes. man, it should be here. I don't see it. The one from Paris where they're like $100, $200 a bottle. Like, what? Now I know that brand, except for I can't tell you the name of it. It's like Guer, Girling or something like that. Wow. No, I haven't even heard of that yet. And I try to watch her. I don't think she's posting as much as she used to, but she's on like the YouTube list. I have a list of people that I kind of watch. A really good one locally, if you don't follow him, is Justin Resells. He is really good. He's like my balance, you know, because I watch Chris, Brad, Kway. I like Commonwealth, and that's really it. I'd have to say those are the foundation for me. And then I found Justin Resells, and I really like him. And then there's a couple other guys like locally that I do. What is this? Oh. My son is experimenting. I've got the smartest kids ever. And they keep me in their life, and I love it. I just love it. I'd be lost. I would be so lost if they didn't like text me every now and again and just let me know the silly things they're doing. Let me see. Let's see. Let's just take a look. Because there's a couple, oh, I don't want to do that. A couple resellers that hopefully you won't bear. Subscriptions. There's a couple that I don't follow as much. Well, of course, Ryan Hall is right up there. I like Commonwealth, of course. Justin Resells, he's really good. There is this one guy that I picked up along the way, and he doesn't post a lot. Let me see if I can find him. But he's got a ton of really good information. Is this him? No. It's because you have to go all the way down your list to find him. He makes bank. Ah, there he is. He's called Tech in Sports. So it's tech, then the N, the letter N, and then sports. And he does, his thing is eBay reselling business, making money, vacations, new adventures, more. But I like following different people. Who is you? Oh, I follow Sergio Rees, if you want to know. He is the one that came up with somebody that I used to know, Dance, by the CDK group. I watch it like 100 times. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, that's about it. Those are the ones that I follow and try to keep up on. I don't really make their lives all the time, but I do catch their repost when they post it live. But honestly, it's 11:30. I think I'm gonna go, and maybe I'll be back tomorrow, because I really don't have any plans. They canceled the Memorial Day parade here. They're gonna change it to the Flag Day, I think June 14th, because of just the weather. I live off of the lake, and it's just kind of blah, you know, and rainy weather. So that's it. And I got to get into wearing the glasses, girl. The Meta glasses that I bought. I can do live with those. I can do live with those when I thrift. But now that I'm not going to thrift shows, thrift shops. Bye. There we go. I'll get into this eventually. But I'm so glad I have them. and I've played with them a little bit, but I'll use these too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some listing done, and then I'm gonna go eat ice cream with my daughter, and you can guess what flavor. Bye.